Welcome back in. It is match day 16 now. We just saw a banger of an 11-holes game. That's kind of sarcastic. It was not super exciting, but maybe that's because I was on the losing end. It might be a biased report of that game. But, yeah, showing the main bracket right now. Preston Crown, that's what we're building to. Joe and Adam next, blah, blah, blah. 5-holes, 7-holes, you can read it really quickly. But now we're here at the 9-holes match. Sprite and his Cowboys, Colin and his Browns. Sprite beat me to get to this one. Colin beat Rob to get here. But otherwise, we lost our first matches. All four of us did. That's why we're here in the first place. So, not a ton of fun stuff to talk about there. So let's look at some teams. Per the overalls, based on the graphics, not on the actual in-game reporting. Sprite's team has a slight advantage there, 86 to 83. On Sprite's side, we've got Justin Herbert doing the quarterbacking stuff, and we've got Nick Chubb and Christian McCaffrey sharing the load at running back. Kenneth Walker the third, Elijah Mitchell, was that Latavius Murray? Chuba Hubbard and Jeff Wilson, all rounding out the bench. You might see him on the sidelines. Wide receiver trio we'll be seeing the most of is Justin Jefferson, DK Metcalf, and Jalen Waddle. I just realized he also has Garrett Wilson and Jahan Dotson. So if Sprite didn't have enough hilariously good keepers in the past, he certainly has more now. Tight end wise, Dallas Goedert and David Njoku. So Njoku playing against his real life club here. Nick Chubb doing the same. Cowboys defense, of course, and Nick Folk, the kicker. I believe he was most recently on the Patriots. Over on Colin's side, the Browns, we've got Kyler Murray playing the quarterback, Kenny Pickett backing him up, and Gardner Minshew riding the pine. Got Jonathan Taylor and Cordero Patterson splitting the running back duties. Boston Scott, Kyron Williams, and Deion Jackson hanging out. At wide receiver, we've got Brandon Ayuk, Jerry Jeudy, hope he feels better, and Juju Smith-Schuster doing the wide receiver stuff with Jacoby Myers and Isaiah McKenzie. There. Myers might put his helmet on at some point. Tight ends, we've got Mark Andrews and Pat Freiermuth. Browns defense, of course, and Robbie Gould of most recently the 49ers fame, but I would be remiss not to say Chicago Bears legend. Okay, let's jump into this game. Same thing as always, quick presentation, 12 minutes, 15-second acceleration, 12-minute quarters, 15-second acceleration. And I realize I say that every time as if everyone can read everything, but I leave the graphics up and it blocks everything. So there you go, play clock remaining. That's when clock kind of accelerates between plays. Just kind of helps kill the clock a little quicker. Keeps us to like an hour and 10 minutes per game, something like that. Anyway, let's go. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, talk to us.
We have a beautiful late summer afternoon for football here at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the
Have we not seen that Brownie logo in this tournament yet? That is hideous. We had to have seen it. Like both of his other games. Colin's only been the home team in this tournament, so I'm only just like actualizing this now.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Play action. Now it's Murray. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. Only able to gain a couple there, and now it's 3rd and 4.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now Murray. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he is going to have a Browns first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the opposite side, it's a great chance it can turn into the type of play we just saw there, a big gainer.
Big boy ball to the big box. That's a lot of B words. Landing harmlessly. But it's cool to watch fly.
I'll get to the stadium early just to watch this kid throw it. He can throw it out of the stadium.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To the right side, this is Taylor. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted.
Big interception there. Who's that? Trayvon Diggs? That's what he's known for.
And the Cowboys will
wonder if that's going to be a trend this game, and that could be a huge thing to help out Sprite.
eluding the pressure right.
Although Jadeveon Clowney seems to be a huge thing helping out Colin there.
Pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
And on 3rd down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set. Now it's Herbert. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
Cheeky little 4th and 1. This might be a little too far back for the AI to get ballsy.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
And this will be taken at the 13. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. A give for Taylor running right side. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
Murray now to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Screenplay absolutely busted up on that third and fourth play. That's going to be the end of the drive for Colin here.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and a nice run past the 30-yard line there. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert drops it off for Chubb, and he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Justin Herbert looking to pass to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Herbert now. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but not from the spot. Actually, no gain. So 3rd and long. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
And I believe that that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
On to punt now, Anger as he boots this one away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon.
It's happened again.
And the Cowboys
Trayvon Diggs. Yeah, this is going to be a trend, I think.
Football.
He's feeling himself.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Oh, he shifts past him. He didn't
CMC
get the
nearly in
touchdown,
there.
but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. 1st and goal at the 1. Here's Herbert. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. DK Metcalf from a yard out. And the Cowboys post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Sprite striking first.
Well, we had the
I didn't realize I left an open mic for that long. My bad.
To wait long into the 2nd quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the 1st quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. On the return, here's a dangerous Cordero Patterson. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Murray now. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They needed a yard. They got it. First down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play fake. Murray. He's got Mason complete.
It was pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. They'll run the option left.
Oh my gosh, Kyler just ignored that guy.
A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there, and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over, because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Murray, he bootlegs it. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Oh my God, they can't catch a break.
And the Cowboys
is that Trayvon Diggs again?
Here at their own 6-yard line. They start on the ground with McCaffrey.
Why is it always Trayvon Diggs?
He will take this up to about the 8-yard line.
Why are there 4 Trayvon Diggses on their team?
Anthony Walker.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Now Herbert to the right side and complete to Jefferson.
I gotta say, even with the Sprite's team not doing too much with the ball, like continuing to pick it off in the end zone and then punt it back, seems to be working. Whatever way you gotta stop them, I suppose.
They would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
He's got a man complete.
Oh, that is an insane catch. Oh, again. Oh, it's Jerry Jeudy. I was about to say, oh, of course, it's DeAndre Hopkins. Saw the dreads in the number 10, just assumed. Yeah, that's especially in Madden 23, most balls where you're catching it while in the air, the DB just knocks it out. So that's a massive catch.
Position after the big play inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
To throw again on 2nd down, Murray. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
That's a way to convert off that Jeudy catch, though. All right. That's what it takes. It takes Jerry Jeudy with a massive catch and then a quick dump off to Mark Andrews. That's what it takes for Colin to finally score. So he's done it. It's all tied up here late in the 2nd quarter.
Execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The time to get another look at this Cowboys offense as we eke closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues. Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Up the middle, it's Chubb. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards, the final tally.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. A 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Here's Herbert. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Herbert, he'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd
I see
and
Sprite's
final
going for a cheeky
timeout
top off
as
before
they stop it
halftime.
with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On 2nd and goal, Herbert. And that is caught.
And it'll work.
Cowboys.
Big 7 extra points right before half there for Sprite.
Half is winding down. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away from the 6. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Browns going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. 9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
No way. What a return, though.
Inside the 20-yard line.
In a game like this, you're fighting, you're scratching, you're clawing, you're hammering away. That return has the feel of maybe cracking the rock and giving them a chance to get a big-time advantage.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Herbert. Caught on the slant. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it, because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Chubb. And they'll bring him down after just a short
You didn't break the plane?
Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit
That was so
closer.
close.
It's 3rd and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And
Man,
that one going
Chubb
nowhere
like
from the
not
start
reaching
as
forward
he's
enough
met in
there.
the
Like,
backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a
that's
yard,
the
and it
difference.
brings
I
up
assume they're not
4th.
going to go for this. It'd be sick if they did, but that's the difference of 4 points right there.
Make it a 2-score game. But you have to wonder if emotionally they're thinking, let's go for the touchdown and try and slam the door.
Folk's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same, because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw completes a Freiermuth. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive, and also give him a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And a loose football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Jeez. Bullies. That's like a 4-0 turnover. Yeah, it said right at the top. 4 turnovers to none right now in favor of Sprite. When you think about that, and it's only a 10-point difference, that's pretty crazy.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Herbert. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he will fight his way into the end zone.
Well, now it's like 17 points. So now saying there's a 4 turnover differential and seeing the score makes a lot more sense.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Now Folk for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
What's the deal, y'all?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Working with his 2nd and 4. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Rolling to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And able to get this across the 20.
Ooh, Micah Parsons' injury. Keep an eye on that. That could be an impactful player down.
A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Taken from just outside the 30. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And
that's not enough yards, Sprite.
Field, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks, don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
The comeback trail's kind of got to start now here for Colin. 17 points is a lot to do all in the 4th quarter.
Nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Murray. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
I like the fact that they didn't overcomplicate things on that call. 3rd and 2, just run the quick little hitch, which they did. Ball's out of quarterback's hands, and yes, indeed, they pick up the 1st down.
They'll try the left side with Taylor. A little juke. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 72 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Now Murray. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Steps away. That's complete to his tight end flyer move. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A give for Taylor running right side. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Murray now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. Down inside the 10.
Oh, baby. It's Mark Andrews' season. Colin's on his way back. Still scoring in the 3rd. Now it's only 10 points for the 4th quarter. Assuming the defense holds up.
Here in the final minute of the 3rd. Now Gold for the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. On 1st down, it's Herbert. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Herbert off of play action. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Here's Brian Anger now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Throwing on first down is Murray. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
But that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's Murray from midfield. And he will slide down, but a penalty marker down. And this may be all for naught. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Throwing now is Murray. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 17. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A 1st down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Herbert on 1st down now. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Herbert now. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end over the middle. 9 yards, not quite enough.
Dallas Goedert on Dallas. How fitting.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical third down conversion.
His afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. Hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
44 yards on the ground for him so far. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one, a first down pickup of 8. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field.
And this is caught for a Cowboy
Okay, this is officially going to be hard for Colin's team.
DK Metcalf from 3 yards out. And the
4 minutes left. 20. Oh my God, 17-point deficit. Yeah, that's as soon as this extra point goes through, that's a 3-score deficit. 4 minutes. That is nearly impossible in this Madden. So the dream was alive for a little bit, and then that one drive, with like 10 minutes left in the fourth, that was like the dream drive. Once that stalled out, it was looking pretty bleak, and now it's looking pretty over.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Taking it about the 1. Now it's Patterson. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews.
Mark Andrews is not going down without a fight, despite the impossibility of this task.
He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion, Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Neville Gallimore powering his way in and burying him. To try again after the sack, Murray. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 35. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores.
I would say good free timeout,
to win this ball game.
But in most football games, the receivers know to go out of bounds. But this is not most football games. This is Madden, so that's actually a good free timeout. And then give it right back with the sack. Buns.
Sack back at the 29. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone.
No way.
Be caught for Browns touchdown.
The DD tipped it and it fell into Mark Andrews' hands. So Mark Andrews has 3 touchdowns, and his team's still going to lose. Man, that's tough. Malik Hooker just places it right into the sure hands of Mark Andrews.
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that
surprise, surprise, recovered by the hands team.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Another run, this time McCaffrey, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And Chubb will try the middle here. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing
killing his own team.
11-yard line.
Tisk.
The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout.
That should be it.
As he'll stop it with just over
Barring a
40
fumble on a
seconds to
kneel
go in the
down.
game.
I think that's roughly what we got here. Yeah, that's really it. So, Sprite with the 31-21 victory over Colin. I guess I'll say this after the outro. Save it. Save it, Andy.
Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. Herbert to a knee, and that should just about write it into this one. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle. Go on to victory.
Oh, yeah, that was still a 4-0 turnover battle, wasn't it?
To the next lesson where you have to convince them this
yeah, that was
is now planted.
A 10-point win for winning by 4 turnovers. Unless I'm miscounting. I missed 1 or 2, maybe. Who knows? Tough break, but that's the Trayvon Diggs effect. That's the bonus you get for having the Cowboys defense. Alas. 31-21. Let me click that button. Hold on. Oh, man. I hit the button that said end of the tournament. Now I gotta Alright, here you go. You can look at it now. It's in the finished mode. Sprite, he is your winner. First place of the Niners bracket. So Sprite wins 9th place. Colin wins 10th. Rob 11th. And don't worry about 12th. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this game. Yeah. We're gonna play the Seminoles next. Jacob and Conair. That's where we're headed next. So we'll see y'all in, I don't know, 12 minutes or so. Let's say that. 10:40 Central. That's the goal. All right. See you then.